In the last episode.
That night was the most terrifying of all. You mean to tell me it gets worse?
And so we finish it.
Greetings and salutations, comrades, and welcome back to It Moves. Took a little breather after that last episode, walked around, made myself some chai. It's very full. It's so good. And that's it. So, let's play. I woke gradually. The room was once again dark. As my eyes adjusted, I could gradually make out the window and the door, and the walls. You sound like you have asthma. Some toys on a shelf, and even to this day, I shudder to think of it, but there was no noise. What is that? No rustling of sheets. No movement at all. The room felt lifeless. Lifeless, but not empty. The nightly visitor, that unwelcome, wheezing, hate-filled thing which had terrorized me night after night, was not in the bottom bunk, but it was in my bed. Ah! I opened my mouth to scream, but nothing came out. Utter terror had shaken the very sound from my voice. I lay motionless. If I could not scream, I did not want to let it know I was awake. I had not yet seen it. I could only feel it. It was obscured under my blanket. I could see its outline. I could feel its presence. But I dared not look. The weight of it pressed down on top of me. A sensation I will never forget. When I say that hours passed, I do not exaggerate. Oh my God, you can see it moving the blankets. Laying there motionless, in the darkness, I was every bit as scared and frightened. I was every bit a scared and frightened young boy. If it had been during the summer months, it would have been light by now, but the grasp of winter is long and unrelenting, and I knew it would be hours before sunrise. A sunrise which I yearned for. I was a timid child by nature, but I reached a breaking point. A moment where I could wait no more, where I could survive under this intimately deviant abomination no longer. Fear can sometimes wear you out, make you threadbare, a shell of nerves, leaving only the slightest trace of you behind. I had to get out of that bed. Then I remembered. The crucifix! My hand still lay underneath the pillow, but it was empty. I slowly moved my wrist around to find it, minimizing as best I could the sound and vibrations caused, but it could not be found. I had either knocked it off the top bunk or it had... I could not even bear to think of it been taken from my hand. Without the crucifix, I lost any sense of hope. Even at such a young age, you can be acutely aware of what death is and intensely frightened of it. I knew I was gonna die in that bed if I lay there, dormant, passive, doing nothing. I had to leave that room behind, but how? Should I leap from the bed and hope to make it to the door? What if it was faster than me? No, maybe I should slowly slip out of that top bunk, hoping to not disturb my uncanny bedfellow. Realizing that it had not stirred when I moved, trying to find the crucifix, I began to have the strangest of thoughts. Chapter 6. The Abyss. I'm not scared. Yes, safe. There we go. I'm a fish! Interesting. I don't know why I went left. Everything always tells me to go right in video games, but I'm a rebel. I don't know, maybe I couldn't go right. Is that a tubular bell? This is creepy. What is that? I don't know. I can't go past it. I guess I gotta go through it. Oh, that's a corpse. That's a corpse. That's a disappearing corpse. That corpse just vanished. Drain water and remove diving gear. Yes. Eyelash in my eye. There we go. Okay. Well, this is the thing we're doing. Is that my dad? Are you my dad? What is this? Read logbook. Yes. Okay. I'm not gonna read this whole thing. Maybe I kind of need to. Captain Theodore Fielding, September 2nd, 2007. One. It's a combination of all of our most. The true fear presented here is actually going down beneath the surface into the depths. It's a combination of all of our most common fears. 1. Fear of the dark. 2. Fear of suffocating. 3. Fear of the unknown. 4. Fear of flying insects. 5. Fear of being caught. I hope I didn't actually have to read that. Oh, that's an anglerfish. Anglerfish are scary. In fact, here's a picture for one. Of one. Yeah. Pretty scary, right? What? Why did I do that? That's my bunk bed. That's my dad. And now I'm going into the Sarlacc pit. That's the second Star Wars reference I've made. What are we doing? I hope I don't get scared and spill this all over me. I just burned my throat. What if it was asleep? It hadn't so much as breathed since I had woken up. Perhaps it was resting, believing that it had finally got me. That I was finally in its grasp. Or perhaps it was toying with me after all. After all, it had been doing just that for countless nights. And now with me under it, pinned against my mattress with no mother to protect me, maybe it was holding off. Savoring its victory until the last possible moment, like a wild animal savoring its prey. I tried to breathe as shallowly as possible, and mustering every ounce of courage I could, I reached over slowly with my right hand and began to peel the blanket off of me. Kid! No! What I found under those covers almost stopped my heart. I did not see it. But as my hand moved the blanket, it brushed against something. Something smooth and cold, something which felt unmistakably like a gaunt hand. I held my breath in terror as I was sure it must now have known that I was awake. Nothing. It did not stir. It felt dead. After a few moments, I placed my hand carefully further down the blanket and felt a thin, poorly formed forearm. My confidence and almost twisted sense of curiosity grew as I moved down further to a disproportionately larger bicep muscle. The arm was outstretched, lying across my chest, with the hand resting on my left shoulder as if it had grabbed me in my sleep. I realized that I would have to move this cadaverous appendage if I even so much as hoped to escape its grasp. For some reason, the feeling of torn, ragged clothing on the shoulder of this nighttime invader stopped me in my tracks. Fear once again swelled in my stomach and in my chest as I recoiled my hand in disgust at the touch of straggled, oily hair. Those sounds are really creeping me out. I could not bring myself to touch its face, although I wondered to this very day what it would have felt like. Oh dear God, it moved. Chapter 7. Hostia. I don't know what that word means. Hostia? Hostia? Wow, that is a really big awning. Whoa, what was that? It's like a blood red Emmy. With no arms. Oh, good God. Dog. What is that? Okay, let's go inside. Why not? Oh, those sperm. Those are eyeballs. What? The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. That was not a very fitting voice at all, I'm sorry. I'm trying to make myself happier, okay? Give me a break. I don't even know what to say about any of this. Was your mom like an alcoholic when you were like when she was pregnant with you?
And having once chosen, never to seek and to return to the crossroads of that decision. For even if one chooses wrongly, the choice cannot be unmade.
At a crossroads in life, what does one do? Stand at the crossroads if you will, but if you'll not choose, I'll move on without you. Oh! Up! No! Down! Oh! No! Okay, goodbye. Wait! Is this like System Shock? Oh God, that sounds like a music box. No! Do not cross-platform. Or cross-game! Do not bring another game into this, that's all I ask. No! Do your worst. Don't do your worst. Don't do your worst. I was kidding. Take a joke. You can take a joke, right? Yeah. Am I supposed to just leave? No. Go down. Ah! It moved. It was subtle, but its grip on my shoulder and across my body strengthened. No tears came, but God, how I wanted to cry. As its hand and arm slowly coiled around me, my left leg brushed along the cool wall which the bed lay against. Of all that happened to me in that room, this was the strangest. Oh, shit! I wasn't expecting that first-person view of this. Oh my God! I realized that this clutching, rancid thing which drew great delight from violating a young boy's bed was not entirely on top of me. It was sticking out from the wall, like a spider striking from its lair. Oh shit! Suddenly, its grip moved from a slow tightening to a sudden squeeze. It pulled and clawed at my clothes as if frightened that the opportunity would soon pass. I fought against it, but its emaciated arm was too strong for me. Its head rose up, writhing and contorting under the blanket. I now realized where it was taking me. It was taking me into the wall. I fought for my dear life. I cried, and suddenly my voice returned to me, yelling, screaming, but no one came. Then I realized why it was so eager to suddenly strike. Why this thing had to have me now. Through my window, that window which seemed to represent so much malice from outside, streaked hope. The first rays of sunshine. I struggled further, knowing that if I could just hold on, it would soon be gone. As I fought for my life, the unearthly parasite shifted, slowly pulling itself up to my chest, its head now poking out from under the blanket, wheezing, coughing, rasping. I do not remember its features. I simply remember its breath against my face, foul and as cold as ice. As the sun broke over the horizon, that dark place, that suffocating room of contempt was washed, bathed in sunlight. I passed out as its scrawny fingers encircled my neck, squeezing the very life from me. I'm gonna regret drinking this. I awoke to my father offering to make me some breakfast. A wonderful sight indeed. I had survived the most horrible experience of my life until then. And now. I moved the bed away from the wall, leaving behind the furniture I had believed would stop that thing from taking a bed. Little did I think that it would try to take mine and me. Weeks passed without incident, yet on one cold, frostbitten night, I awoke to the sound of the furniture where the bunk beds used to be, vibrating violently. I lay there, sure I could hear a distant wheezing coming from deep within that wall, finally fading into the distance. The following year, I was given a larger room on the other side of the house, and my parents took that room as their bedroom. They said they didn't need a large room, just one big enough for a bed and a few things. They lasted 10 days. We moved on the 11th. It Moves, a game by SnowOwl. That is how you do an RPG Maker game. That was amazing. 8 Million Ways to Die. Oh my god, that game was incredible. Based on the story Bedtime by Michael Whitehouse. Oh my god, that game is incredible. Amazing story. Amazing atmosphere. Terrific sounds. The story writing. The everything. I can move. Oh, okay.
The end. Or is it?
That is how it's done. That game is incredible. Comrades. Go check this out. There's a link in the description below. Support the creators. These guys deserve it. This game was amazing. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it's so good. So good. I was legitimately not terrified, just filled with dread the entire game. Every single time I thought something else, or I thought something was going to happen, it just... Whoa. Stay. Every time I went into a nightmare, it was 100% different, but still terrifying. That labyrinth, oh my god, that was so horrifying. I'm gonna just end up repeating myself. So, comrades, thank you so much for watching. I do take every opportunity I get to actually stop and say thank you for all of your support. But thank you so much. It really, truly means the world to see you guys supporting this channel, to supporting me, supporting my hobby. Thank you. I hope that this game, this gameplay, this playthrough, this Let's Play lived up to your expectations. If it did, and you enjoyed it, leave a like or subscribe. If it did, or it didn't, let me know what you think honestly in the comments below, so that I can improve and make these more entertaining for you. Let me know what other games you want to see. Make sure to check the annotations at the end of this video for more videos that I have done. And as always, comrades,
Until next time.